أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته everybody. This is Ahmed of Allah.com, Muhammad.com, Mosque.com. This is an intro of the Quran translation. In 1982, Anne and I started translating the Quran or the meaning of the Quran in Muhammad Ali Villa house in Hyde Park in Chicago. I was approached by a PhD student at علامة طباطباء State University in Tehran. He contacted me yesterday regarding our 1982 Quran translation work and asked me several questions, which I keep confidential because they are his thesis. But this encouraged me because it intrigued me to make this introduction, which is outside the scope of his questions, yet very beneficial. Finally, before I start, I congratulate the student and his professors at Allama Tabatabai State University in Tehran for such scientific research which is overdue. So this talk is not organized, it's like casual, it's like chat, okay? And he came through WhatsApp and we start chatting. So I will continue with you the chat as introduction, not as answering his question, all right? So let me just report to you what I have given him and also a demonstration of the inventory I have. This is, for example, an Excel. I'm the first one to put over 700 books or 3,000 books in Excel. And I love to work with Excel for literature because it controls the fields and the columns. So this is like our translation of Quran has something nobody has. Two things. It has a concordance of nearly 13,000 words, concordance. Many people don't know what concordance is. Concordance is like glossary, but instead of the number of the page, he put the whole verses or hadith or paragraph completely. This is what makes it concordance, okay? So we have topics, and because I use Excel, I can have like the different language in keeping with the same topic. So I have the topic in English, for example, the first topic, Al-Fatiha, Allah praises himself by himself. Then I can have it also in Indonesian, and I have it in Arabic and so forth. Then I have a proper mechanical number that there is no mistakes. All right? Now, these 3 copies of Quran, I can give you a link to go and search by topic, in which you go to search for a word in a topic. This is what I don't want to talk about now, later. If you go to Muhammad.com, and you go down to search Quran in 43 languages, and we release the first 3 languages, okay? So if you go down to Allah.com, you have here the encyclopedia of my teacher, Muhaddis Abdullah ibn Siddiq al-Ghumari. Then I'm building Ultimate Open Islamic College. If you interested, video, YouTubes. This one I'm encouraging Muslims to make a leadership office, and this is something important, and I'll discuss it now in the Quran. What it is, a Muslim like all these dignitaries from everywhere except Indonesia. I'm in Indonesia and in America too. And I'm not interested about myself. They don't have, and Indonesia is the largest nation of Islam. Just to show you how the management really very shabby. Okay? I know some of these people I met, like Wahaj and stuff like that. You maybe remember me. I work with Muhammad Ali Foundation. So anyhow, this is it. Some of them I keep contacting, they never answer because it looks like Muslims are boring communication, in which a guy maybe make a YouTube and doesn't read. If anybody crying, try to reach him. So anyhow, this is our fate, you know. So coming down, you will keep going down. We have released all the hadiths without repetition, instead of 80,000 hadiths to only 8,000. So it's perfect, nice. So you keep going down. This is different books you can download or read online. The Quran, the Creed, the finale collection of Prophet Muhammad. This is like 2,000 of the 8,000. And we have the biography of Prophet Muhammad, the best rated 900 years. I'm just explaining a little. So you keep going till you find here, will come to the best Quran search by topic. So if you click there, it will take you to a site. Okay, it's called sixsigmaserver.com. I'm trying to put in our site, but I have difficulty setting my server database. Anyhow, by the way, I don't get any help from anybody on earth. Okay, and where I cry for a programmer to come to help, nobody show. So anyhow, so here you can search, you type by word, or you read one topic at a time. I just explained to you this is what I want to do. We'll stop here, you can do it yourself, okay? So this is the idea, that these 3 languages. But in reality, I have the Quran in 48 languages, copies of Quran, okay? I have 48 languages, all right? And I have building up the topics, okay? And these are all available original copies, including ours, which is our own translation, okay? So you have all kind of languages, and I have it cross-referenced because some of them verses are missing, so I fix that, okay? So I'm just giving you an idea of the magnitude and what Allah blessed me of leadership to serve His Quran. Quran means holy reading, okay? The words of Allah, which is for us like commands, okay? So this is in Excel of about 27 meg, and I have it available in Allah.com, Muhammad.com. So coming back to the inventory, so I send him our copy of the Quran in Word, which is available, okay? And this copy have topic driven, okay? For example, you open the Quran Arabic, you read Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. It will never come to your mind that this is Allah praising Himself by Himself. So we put the topic very clearly. This is Allah praising Himself by Himself. So we're just repeating, okay? Praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds, okay? Then you go down and you have the next topic, the supplication, dua, the supplication of the believer. You alone we worship, and you alone we rely for help, okay? And you keep going like this to the end. This is the only copy of Quran as such, okay? So I gave him this copy. I gave him also PDF of it and Word of it, okay? So then I gave him, and this is available on our site, 12,061 topics of the Quran. This concordance got 5-star on Amazon. I release it for free. I just put it on Amazon to get it going with the least price Amazon will accept. And I don't even collect the money now because Amazon kind of play game with me. There is a Christian mafia there. They even put Christian advertisement in my book. I didn't believe that there is advertisement in Amazon, you know. There is mafia everywhere. the evangelists in particular, they hate Muslim everywhere. So anyhow, so I have this concordance, which is the first in English, and the Quran is 69,000 words, without repetition is 18,000, and I have built, alhamdulillah, this concordance based on our own translation, okay? So you will take every topic, consider a booklet in a way, in its own right. So you have here Ad, so you'll have the topic of Ad, and you'll have the subtitle we have, remember, and you'll have all the verses complete. So you don't want to go to Google and give you random stuff. You have a heavy duty stuff here. It got 5-star because people said this is, if you want to learn Quran, this is the way to go. So alhamdulillah, bless me with the idea. Oh, by the way, there is a brother called Zohaib, Zohaib from Pakistan, who helped me to put the code. He make the code in Visual Basic to generate what I want. So I make a glossary of the words of Quran without repetition. I made the table of content. I have different lists and let him to go and generate for me this concordance, okay? I'm very good, alhamdulillah, on the logic. So all what I'm doing here, I'm giving you a good understanding of the magnitude of the work. So I gave him the audited 42,000 translation of the Quran, 42. I gave him the Holy Koran, Arabic, English, which with 1,741 topics. I gave it to him in PDF also, and I gave him the 3 in English, Arabic, and Indonesian alone, because this is completely proofread. The other one, they are the original translation, so they consider proofread too. Okay, so this is what I give him, and I have the all available for you. So what's happening here, the concordance is a very good, very good work. I release in PDF things and words so people can make use of it, okay? Then what else now? So these are the inventory, all right? These are the inventory. And now I start talking to you about our translation as an introduction. What it is, I was in Muhammad Ali house, villa. There's brother Jabir, may Allah have mercy on him, who built Al Fatir Mosque in South Shore of Chicago. I was in Islamic call center in Sharjah. I met him with Muhammad Ali and their team. He said he wished people like me who speak good English to come and help them. So I went. My wife from England, we went hang in England, and from there we took aeroplane. Then I'm going to Boston for, I think, $99. It was cheap, or maybe $199, I don't remember. It's 1979. So we went to there, and from there took the Greyhound to Chicago, and we landed there. And he was working in a book called Prayer and Islam, which is released now over near million copy for free. You can go to Allah.com and download it. This Muhammad Ali own book of prayer and supplication, and was reviewed with my senior scholar of Azhar, 8 years experience teacher of Azhar, who wrote over 100 books, Muhaddis Habib Sharif Abdullah ibn Siddiq al-Ghumari. When he reviewed it, after I reviewed it, he changed only 4 items I did. So it was nice certificate for me of good accomplishment. So here, when we start translating the verse of Quran, we found difficulties. First, you have a famous copy of Yusuf Ali. Yusuf Ali was a trader from a rich family, studied in Catholic school. So he has a Catholic language and Old English. So like say baptism, for example, he used the word baptism in Sibghat Allah, which is wrong. Sibghat Allah, Allah described the faith of Abraham of Sibghat Allah, which we translate the indelible marking like dyeing. So you dye something, then you dye it again with different color, but if it's indelible, you cannot. So this is Sibghat Allah. and sabgha from sabgh, which is the act of dyeing, like changing the color of cotton or whatever. So we have articulated good translation. Now, to make a good translation, it's good to have use of, first you have in the table all the translation before you to look at them, Then I realized that most of the people, Yusuf Ali has a lot of comments, so this is the reason people liked it. But people in ulama of South Africa, they banned it because he made a lot of mistake, like denying that the punishment of tomb, and it's very critical stuff because he's just a layman, okay? And he's studying Catholic, so what the heck? But Muslim there is a King Fahd made a business company to print Quran for the gain of his family, but charity people can buy and they give away free. So it's free. It's not really free. You get it free, but somebody paid for it, which go to the Fahd, King Fahd family, okay? And now America, they put American Asian there to limit the copies of their distribution. Okay? So if you want copies of Quran for free, go to allah.com, muhammad.com, and better copies too. So what's happening, like Dr. Zakir said, every day there is a book written against Islam. Imagine that. But guess what? They try to let off the light of Allah, the unbeliever, but Allah determined that he turn off their light and spread his own light. And I tell you something, people say, is Islam spread by sword? I say, no, it's spread by bed, by halal sex, by marriage. In 1930 and 2030, Muslim will outperform the number of Christians just by mere having halal marriage. Okay? And instead of having 2 million cats and dogs, puppy dogs, having sex with them in Paris. Okay? And all of the European civilization falling apart, and German others say we don't have youth anymore. Okay, all people, and they refuse to marry, so this is it. But we will marry and we keep loving and caring. As a matter of fact, English girls, they love Pakistani boys because they look after their children, they love them, and they don't get her pregnant and run away. But I insist that you have to have halal sex by doing the simple contract. It is very simple. She agree, you agree. If she married before, then she doesn't need permission of their parents. So she agree, you agree. You pronounce the Islamic statement. You pay her dowry, you get 2 witnesses. Done. But I recommend highly to put affidavit, she sign and notarize, that the children, number 1, will be Muslim. Number 2, you will be in custody of them. So she doesn't use them against you in the court to try to suck money and. So this is it. So let us go back to, I do what is called the sitrat, get out of, of the conversation going back. So we make it cheerful for you, give you some thought. So now the Quran, we should have like computer department helping you, because I'm a computer man. I mean by computer man, I study as a hobby, and I became one of the top 5% in American in technology. So what I do, I take the Quran, I use a program called WinVI, Arabic or any language, and I replace every space with 0D, 0A hexadecimal, and this will make new lines. So I have all the words, each word per 1 line. I remove any double spaces, then I move it to Excel. Now I have it in the order. I remove same order. I remove the repetition with 1 click in Excel. Then I have to copy 1 alphabetical and 1 not. And this will give me the Quran, instead of 69,000 words to be only 18,000 words, which is easy for you to study. It means you study 28%, you get 100%. Okay? And this will make a person having good command of understanding. So most people who translate, they assume and they copy each other, and none of them having what I'm going to tell you now, the 2 mother tongue. And Khadija, she has a mother tongue of English, she poets, she writes English, we translated 350 books before we do serious work, okay, into good English, contemporary English. I studied in Azhar. I have a good command of Arabic language and taste of it, okay? And I wrote 60 books in Arabic, some of them encyclopedias, and I am one of top 10 in hadith. I collect all hadith on earth, 80,000, made them only 8 in Arabic. So I did a lot of Arabic work, and I produced Arabic hadith at our house. One click, it produced you draft books. So what's happening with all our background and understanding, I found all of them having mistakes. Even the mistake in the beginning, Al-Fatiha, they tell you the opening. The opening means Al-Fath, like root. We have a chapter called opening, but the Al-Fatiha is the opener. Then everybody says slave of Allah, master of Allah, slave of Allah, servant of Allah. Wrong again. There is nothing called slave and master, slave and servant of Allah in Quran. It's Abdullah, Ibad. Abd means worshipper. So they have mistakes everywhere, wherever you go. And they copy each other. Now, our problem, we don't have centralized point of like Quran translation to many languages. Like the Christian, they have 2,000 copies. We have hardly 42 copies only. I mean 42 languages, okay? Which I have them in one Excel for you. All this because Muslims are poor in communication, they don't have a leadership. The Shia brothers, they are lucky they have Ayatollah, a leader. But Muslim, they don't. You'll tell me Azhar, say no. Azhar is just an Egyptian nationalistic organization, and they have no international presence anywhere. So give me a break. I studied there, I know what I'm talking about. In the time of Dr. Halim Mahmoud, Azhar was trying to reach, and he wrote a book about Islam and Europe. But currently, they just look under their feet. They don't use technology. They have hundreds of thousands of graduates. If they have a curriculum, go online on WhatsApp and Facebook and everywhere, they can make a big bang in da'wah. But their throughput is kind of like zero, including Sheikh Azhar and Mufti and. Okay, with due respect, but I mean, they are out of touch, okay? Though the Sheikh of Azhar studied in Paris, gave me a break. I mean, this is like a nice civilized universe, right? So now going back to the translation, because we have the two mother tongue, which nobody has. Muhammad Ali doesn't have it. Marmaduke was a layman. He went to Egypt, met some Egyptian doctor to help him. So everybody was like struggling, trying to do his best, okay? So ours by far is the best. Some other people used ours, I notes, and kind of copycat, which is fine with me, and they print it, you know, fine. But I'm not in business of making money in Islam, because this is not the spirit of Islam. Anybody start making money with Islam is screwed up. Trust me. Prophet never make money. He sent people teach for free. You want to make money? Be like Mecca people trader. Be like Medina people farmers. Okay? Do technology, not like servitude, and try to be the people who didn't work in Islam, Ahlul Sufa, the poor ones. Now all our da'wah organization, Islamic Center, and all of them are like Ahlul Sufa now, sitting, try to suck the cow, you know? Come on. This money should belong to orphan and needy, not for you. Allah said, إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَاتُ, an illicit group of people. You are not one of them. So you have a doctor, he is the head of Islamic organization, and he may be making $250,000 a year salary, and he's begging, try to say, let's build this place. And brothers, Wahaj, you know, he's very good in giving talk and fundraising. You should not be fundraising. You should be hadith distributing, Quran distributing. Stay away from money, okay? Once money moves from your pocket to your heart, you are screwed, okay? So you have the marketplace to go and do work. Go make an electrical car. Go do anything. Give me a break. Muslim leaving the Christian to take over all their business societies. Everywhere. All Islamic big cities, you will find under the hood a lot of Christian organization taking care of the business, following the cash. And a Muslim, as you can see. So the ulama used to teach, now they are teaching you ibadat up to Hajj, and they stop. They never teach you muamalat like Abu Hanifa and Imam Shafi'i, so you can build civilization, take over the marketplace. So this is the reason we have all our ulama like Shahatin, bigger, they are begging, okay? Then you say, I don't know anything, I just know that. Tough luck, go learn. If you learn Python, you make $50,000 a year. If you learn UX and Java and UX like user experience, Google give you 3 months, 6 months course, and they say it's equal to certificate. You don't need anything to, okay? Need no university school to study it, and it will be Google certificate and give you over $50,000. So don't give me this, you know, I don't want to use bad words, all right? So coming back, we don't have a centralized center for somebody, like a committee. You want to help in translation, come together, audit our copy and see if you can improve in one area, or maybe there's some usage can substitute something. But let me explain to you why you make topics. Because Quran start a verse say they, you don't know who they, so you translated they and it become confusing. But when you know it is to do with angel and Adam, they will be the angel. So the angel asking, you know, Allah, why he created people who will shed blood and so forth. So the topic, our topic, is not like, it's very conservative, but make it different. Plus a contemporary English. I mean by contemporary English, not somebody English is second language try to teach people English. So our copy is really the best, followed by Arbery. Arbery is professor of Arabic language. He studies Sufism, he translates to Imam Ghazali. He has a good command, but he tried to make it like a poems. Okay, so it is a good offer, but he have some bad introduction, Christian introduction in the middle, and he is off in few areas. Okay, but he's the best of the whole others. Okay, so this is the idea, because I'm smart doing glossary, having words with attribution, I can cross-reference, and Khadija is his language, we are in the same bed, we can discuss the words, and we have unlimited time. She doesn't work, I go work part-time in technology and come back, so we did a good work. We did 350 books with a zero budget. If you ask anybody who needs 350 books today, they'll tell you I need $1 million. Okay? No, we did for Allah. Allah gave us blessing. And Allah blessed me to translate 140 of them, again with zero budget, into Indonesian, based on just sincerity, okay? I married an Indonesian who translated Shifa, which is the best book, 900 years, and she passed away. Allah have mercy on her. Okay, she used to sleep on the keyboard. Khadija said, oh, instead of getting servant, get a sister, marry her, and she let us translate all this into Indonesian. Lovely, right? So I'm going to pause now because Maghrib, and I will continue recording. Make this is a very good hour for you, okay?